Jurassic World Dominion, the sixth chapter in the Jurassic Park franchise and the end of the second trilogy of films, is set to come out on June 10th of 2022. But originally, we were supposed to get it way back in the summer of this year. The pandemic has shifted a lot of movies around and pushed back their releases, but Dominion was one of the biggest to get things altered during its production. And while it's certainly been a rocky road to the finish line, it looks like we can finally say that the movie has had its finishing touches put on the project. Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Now for today's video, we've got some really good news. The long wait for Jurassic Park 6 may still go on before it's finally released, but Colin Trevorrow himself has announced that the finishing touches were put on the movie just the other day, posting on Instagram that, quote, "Last night we put the last bit of reverb on the last roar. Thanks to Al Nelson, Gwen Whittle, Pete Horner, Chris Boyes, and everyone at Skywalker Sound for putting so much heart and soul into our mix for Jurassic World Dominion. It is alive." This pretty much brings the post-production of Jurassic World Dominion to a close and signifies the beginning of what will surely be the official marketing campaign for the film. Now, the interesting thing about this Jurassic movie is that it's set to be the culmination of nearly 30 years of story into one final adventure. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, the movie that received a mixed reception 3 years ago, set up a plotline of dinosaurs getting released all over the world via a black market auction, the expedition to Isla Nublar, and the cryptic hinting that Isla Sorna was not only the location that John Hammond wanted to leave his animals in peace through a clever nod to the Lost World, but also the place that some behind-the-scenes information for Dominion has revealed with a now famous embryo box with the words Site B printed on the side of it. Alan Grant, Ellie Sattler, Ian Malcolm, Owen Grady, Claire Deering, Dr. Wu, and others are returning to wrap up things that happened in all 5 of the previous movies, and now that the production has officially wrapped up, I'm sure there is a lot that we can expect to see when the promotional images and trailers finally come out. Now, the first thing that I think fans should expect to see from here going forward are some set images of the cast with maybe even a few dinosaurs standing amongst them or in the background. Normally, I'd say we should be on the lookout for a trailer this Thanksgiving or Christmas, but I don't really know if that's a sure thing anymore, and that's mainly due to how every other Hollywood movie has been promoting itself in a post-COVID world. Godzilla vs. Kong, for example, only got a trailer that revealed its footage very, very close to its release, and the same can be said for other movies like Venom 2 or even the new Spider-Man film. Still, we will of course get to see new footage of Jurassic Park 6 when Universal feels confident in releasing a trailer that will boost the movie's ticket sales, which hopefully won't include them revealing most of the plot like they did in the last movie, but Jurassic World Dominion is probably going to be one of the first films released post-COVID to actually have potential to hit $1 billion, which I'm not so sure it can at the moment since these lockdowns really did murder the industry, but I'm hoping for the best because this is the kind of movie that I think Jurassic Park fans have been waiting to see forever. The information that was revealed from footage shown exclusively at CinemaCon described things like the return of the Dilophosaurus, a city attack from some new raptors, and Chris Pratt riding on a horse, hunting down a dinosaur or two in a brand new mountainous location. The film has been described in a way that, to me personally, seems like a Jurassic Park version of something like, I don't know, The Two Towers or another Lord of the Rings movie. And I say that because at least it feels like that in the structure or the way they've described it, where Alan Grant, Ellie Sattler, and Ian Malcolm all go out on something of an adventure, while Owen and Claire take their own route before meeting up in the end. Kind of like Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli doing all that stuff in Rohan, while Merry and Pippin go to get Treebeard and attack Isengard. And yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of that stuff too. Before the end of the year, I think Jurassic World Dominion will drop a lot of promotional content through either Camp Cretaceous or possibly some big website media outlets that will either tease the return of Dr. Grant and some other Jurassic Park icons, or maybe even straight up show us a full cast image of everyone in costume for the movie, which I think sounds awesome, in my personal opinion anyways. I'm hoping that this movie ends the Jurassic World trilogy in a really great way because we know Universal has plans to do more Jurassic-related projects in the future, and since a live-action series and survival horror game is what's on everyone's mind, that would be ideal to follow up the last film on if everything goes smoothly. Next year, we're finally going to see things come to pass that started in 1993, like the return of Biosyn, the spreading of dinosaur species worldwide, and what all of that means for Jurassic World's progress for the sake of progress mess-up that brought about things like the Indominus Rex. How all of that shapes up and ties into the final film is going to be something that we will have to wait and see, but right now, the movie has finished post-production, and we're all waiting to see what comes next. Anyways, guys, these are all just my own thoughts and opinions on the subject matter, and whatever your own happen to be, I'd love to hear them in the comments down below. Now before I go, I'd like to thank all of my game wardens, as well as all of my InGen executives. I'd also like to thank all of my park workers and InGen hunters as well. Guys, it really means the world to me that you all continue to support what I do, and I never want you to ever forget that. Now, I'd like to thank you all for watching today's video and hope that you all enjoyed the content. If you feel like I deserve it, I'd appreciate the like and hope that you'll consider subscribing if you're interested in hearing from me again. I'll see you all in the next video, guys, and as always, take it easy.